Hi, this is Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, and today we're going to talk about how to roast a turkey. And if you haven't seen our video on how to prepare the turkey before you roast it, make sure you check that out. The first thing we want to do is we want to remove a rack in the oven. This way we'll make sure we have plenty of room for our turkey so the top of the turkey doesn't touch our heating element. Then we're going to preheat the oven. Okay, I'm going to get it nice and hot. And while that's preheating, here's a turkey that we got all ready for the oven. We already removed the giblets and the neck. We've tied the legs, the drumsticks together. We've tucked the wings under. And we're ready to take this and put it in a roasting pan. Just going to wash my hands a sec. Dry them off a sec. Okay. Now, I'm going to just spin this around. Now, the way we want to get lots of flavor into our turkey is we're going to take some onions and celery and just put them in the center. This is a great way if you have carrots with the ends on them or that leafy part of the celery that you don't want to use for other stuff, or that you already use the main ribs of your celery to make your stuffing. Put it in here because this is just going to be for flavor. We're not going to eat these anyways. Got that stuffed in there. And then for seasoning, what I like to do is to put some butter between the skin and the actual breast meat. That keeps it nice and moist and juicy. So you take your hand and you just pull the little bit of skin up and you sort of just push your hand in there. Hi, how are you? So you put it in there and you open that up. And then we're just going to take some butter, take a couple pats, we put them underneath. And as it cooks, it's going to melt and get all buttery delicious. All right, we're almost there. This is going to be delicious. You can put some seasonings there as well, if you'd like, especially if you're not going to be eating the skin. Might look a little odd now, but that's just going to melt. Again, I'm going to rinse my hands for a sec. Now over here, I'm just mixing together a little bit of olive oil. And there's lots of recipes on our website on how to prepare your turkey. Some paprika, that'll give it a nice color. A little bit of onion powder. Generous amount of salt, some pepper. We're just going to mix that together, make a little, almost like a thick paste. We're going to brush that all over our turkey. So once this is basted, we'll pop it in our oven. But you want to make sure you get all of it, because this is really what's going to make that skin nice and crispy. Okay, this is where all those years of art school really paid off. Maybe I'm not ready for the Sistine Chapel, but I do a pretty good job on a turkey. Okay, did I get everything over there? All right. Now we can pop this into the oven at a high temperature. That will sear the outside, and then we'll just lower the temperature a little bit and let it roast. You may want to insert a thermometer. This way you'll know when it's done. It's about 180 degrees if you're putting it into the thigh. Or if you don't have a thermometer like this, there's also something called an instant read thermometer. And this you would use after it's cooked to check the temperature. This would be 165 degrees. You would put it in, it would be 165 degrees, or if it's not, you would take this out and then continue cooking it. We're going to pop this into a hot oven, roast it, and about halfway through, we can baste it with any more of this liquid. You want to make sure you keep this in the refrigerator, though, because, again, it did touch the poultry, so you want to make sure that it stays refrigerated for that time that's in the oven. And if it starts to brown up a little too much, you'll take some foil, cover the top loosely, and, again, this is after it browns up, just to cover up any of the parts of the breast doesn't get overcooked. That's easy. You'll be enjoying your turkey in no time and enjoying lots of, ooh, it's so good.